Good evening, dear students. Today we are going to revise our chapter polynomial. So, what we have learned till date during our last 10 classes, that we will quickly recap. Then we will solve some of the important question. Okay. So, whatever doubt you have asked, I will try to solve all those questions. A student. So, whatever we have learned, the chapter summary. So the summary of this chapter or whatever we have learned, the very first we have started with what is polynomial. We have learned about the definition of polynomial. For polynomial, the first requirement is all the coefficients should be real. So it must have real coefficients. And the second thing was the power should be positive integer or whole number. So power should be natural number, not natural, it could be 0, so better to write the whole number. So with this we had written the condition that this the general polynomial px is denoted by a0 x to the power n plus a1 x to the power n minus 1 plus a2 x to the power n minus 2. Good. Going on, the last one was a n minus 1 have the x only and the last one is a. Okay, means these a0, a1, all these things should be real. Okay, it could be rational or irrational. And n minus 1, all these things should be whole number. These two condition is satisfied, then we can say only it is a polynomial. After that we have learned about the different types of polynomial. So types that we have learned, the zero polynomial. So for zero polynomial, the px is equals to 0 is called zero polynomial. The degree of this polynomial is how much? Yes, what is the degree of this polynomial? It is not defined. You cannot say the degree. Okay. And how many zeros are there? So any number of zeros, since there is no x, so I can take x value as anything. So any value of zeros. So x can have any value. Okay. Then there was linear polynomial where the degree was 1 written as ax plus b. The degree was 1. Okay. And you have only one value of x, means only 1 0 you can get. So 1 0 you can get. Then there was quadratic polynomial. So in this quadratic polynomial we have learned this have the general form ax square plus bx plus c. The degree is 2 and it can have maximum 2 zeros. Okay. So in addition to that, we have learned about the monomial, binomial, trinomial. That was another classification. If the degree is 3, it is called as cubic polynomial. That we have learned px is denoted by ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Then there was considering number of term. The classification was like this. That classification was based on number of term. Monomial means only one term. Say even if one, this is the monomial, or this px is equals to x, this is also monomial. Even px is equals to 7x square you are writing, this is also monomial.
Monomial.
Even px is equals to 50x to the power 100 you are writing, it is also monomial, means only one term. The second was binomial.
Binomial.
Yes,
Two terms.
the px must have the two term. Say this is your 3 plus x. Okay, the px could be ax to the power a square plus b or even bx. So only two terms. Then there was trinomial that have three terms. So this have one term, this have two term. So you can write any of the polynomial with the three terms. Say 3x to the power 4 plus 5x plus 7, though it is a 4-degree, but it is a trinomial, so three terms. So this thing we have learned. The next concept was about the value of polynomial. So value of polynomial. So if px is given some polynomial and x is given as a, then value is given by how? So in place of x we have to substitute the a, we can get the value. Then there was zeros of polynomial. For zeros of polynomial you have to equate this px to 0, then you have to find x. So this x is the zeros, whatever the x that we can calculate by equating this to 0, that is called the zeros. The fourth one was called as the factors of polynomial. So factors means a polynomial px have to be broken into two polynomials, say gx and rx. Example, if I am taking x square minus of x minus of 6, this can be broken into x minus 3 and x minus 2. So these two are the factors. Okay, so therefore the polynomial px is broken into two. So these two means product of two, they are the factors, it will be plus 2. Another, based on this factor we have the factor theorem. Factor theorem, what this factor theorem was, say if gx is given as a polynomial, so gx is a factor of px if and only if, so whatever the zeros of gx that we can calculate will also be zeros of px, means zeros of gx will also be zeros of px. Means what? You have to first equate this gx to 0, then you have to find x. Okay, so let this x be a, means the value of x that we have calculated is a. Then if you substitute this a in px, it become 0, then only this gx will be the factor. This we have also done. The another one was remainder theorem. Remainder theorem. A student, regarding this remainder theorem, so remainder theorem, if gx is a linear polynomial, say x minus a, then remainder of polynomial px is obtained by substituting the zeros of gx. So it will be our P of A. At this time, it will not come as 0. If not coming at 0, that value will be remainder. And if it is 0, it means this gx is a factor. So this factor theorem is a and remainder theorem mean the same thing. So means if the remainder is 0, it become a factor theorem. Or factor theorem is what? A special case of remainder theorem. For calculating the remainder, you have to equate this gx to 0 and substitute in px. So this was our remainder theorem. So these were the important theorem. In addition to this, we have identities. So student, let me enumerate the identities also. For that, let me copy this, sorry, to next page.
Sir,
Yes, I am here. Okay, student. So the other thing, I was revising all this, means writing all the concept. You please watch this carefully, and these are the things that we have already learned in much more detail. I am just summarizing everything here. This will be helpful to you people. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so this will be very
okay,
much
sir.
helpful. Just at the last moment, if you watch it, you can get all the thing revised. So these were the 4 important things. The 5th important thing was our identity. So identity for factorization. The identities that we have learned was, very first was a plus b whole square is a square plus twice of ab plus b square. But at the same time, in place of plus, if there is minus, then only this will turn into minus. The next one was a square minus of b square. This can be written as a plus b into a minus b. The next one was for the cube. So a cube, or let me write a plus b whole cube first. So a plus b whole cube. A student, please write everything in your notebook. It is given by a cube plus b cube plus twice of a square b plus, sorry, thrice of ab square. In place of plus, if there is minus, then this cube term and odd power of b, means cube term of b and only b, because b minus b square remains positive, so it become minus. The next 4th one was, if we have a cube plus b cube, this can be written in the 2 factors, a plus b, as one bracket is a square plus ab, in no, this will be plus b square, but it will be minus of ab, so that we have to take care. The next one is a cube minus of b cube. In this case, the smaller bracket is a minus b and bigger bracket have all the positive term, plus ab plus b square. Okay, student. The another thing that we have learned was the a plus b plus c whole square, a square plus b square plus c square minus of twice ab minus of twice bc, or plus, all these are plus. Okay, student, or minus?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So bc plus twice of ca. The next one, which will not be asked this year, is a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus of 3abc. This can be factorized as a plus b plus c as one bracket, then a square,
A
b square,
plus
c
B
square,
square plus C
minus we have to take in pair, minus bc minus of ca. So these were the thing. The last thing that was the division of polynomial. This px by zx, this we have learned. So this px is when divided by gx, we are able to get the quotient qx and remainder rx, and this division is possible only if the degree of px is greater than degree of gx.
G of X.
And the division algorithm, that is the dividend px is equals to divisor gx multiplied by the quotient qx plus rx. Okay, so if remainder is coming at 0, it means px is equals to gx into qx. So this way this gx will be is a factor. The same thing was also for the factor theorem. Means by this division we can also verify whether it is a factor or not. And the px itself is a multiplier. The bigger number or bigger polynomial is called as multiplier. Multiplier of this g of x. So gx is a factor of p of x. So it is just a way of writing. So a smaller polynomial gx will be factor of bigger polynomial px, but bigger polynomial px will be the multiplier of a smaller polynomial gx. So these were the only thing. So this division is used for factorizing if remainder is coming as 0. Okay, otherwise remainder and quotient both can be calculated. In remainder theorem, we are able to find the remainder just by calculating the x from given gx, then substituting it in px. Students, you are there? Hello?
Yes, sir. I am there.
The other screen, I have lost the connection. So these were the important things, or these are the only concepts that you have to keep in mind. So these are the important concepts. The very first concept is regarding whether it is a polynomial or not. The next one is the type of polynomial. The next one is what is value of polynomial and zeros of polynomial. The next one is regarding the factor. What is factor? How to factorize it? So this factorization was done by splitting the middle term. So first multiplying the first and third term. Then you have to take the two factor to get their sum as the b. That was called as splitting the middle term that we have learned. So factor theorem is the other way. If a smaller polynomial gx is given, we can verify or identify whether this gx is a factor of px or not. So for that we first calculate the x from gx. By equating gx to 0, we calculate the x and then substituting that x in px. If that calculation is coming at 0, means that value of px becomes 0, then gx is a factor. This is called the factor theorem. The remainder theorem is that if whatever the factor theorem you are doing, you have to equate this gx to 0, but this gx should be linear polynomial, means in the form of ax plus b, one means 1 degree polynomial. From there you have to calculate the value of x, then that x you have to substitute in the px. By that way you will get the polynomial, remainder of this polynomial px. Okay, students. So this was remainder theorem. Another was these were the 7 important identities. By applying these identities, you can factorize it, or if it is given in the factor form, you can expand it. The last one was division of polynomial. So in this division, students, you are there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I am there.
Yes, sir, we are there.
Yes, sir, I am there.
Okay, because on the other screen I have got the connection. Okay. So
Okay,
these are
sir.
the important identities that you have to keep in mind. The last one was division. So division, by division you can calculate the quotient as well as the remainder. So for dividing, you have to first check, or you have to first divide the first term of dividend by the first term of divisor. That will give the first term of quotient, and the process you have to follow same as the division. Okay, student, these were the important thing that we have to keep in mind. Just by applying this, we can do all kind of questions. So students, what are the various questions? Let us revise it quickly.
Sir,
Yes, I'm here. I'm just watching the network. Is that why it have got this talk? Okay, it appears me okay. So student, let us go for solving some of the question. Whatever these concepts we have learned, each and every concept we will do. So student, let us see this question first. So see, the question number 1. This is your exemplar problem. So it is your exemplar problem exercise 2.1, question number 1. Which one of these is a polynomial? Yes, tell me whether first can be polynomial. If not, then
No,
why? Because
sir,
of this
because when
power,
it
it
will come in
becomes good.
numerator, then it will be x minus 2.
-2.
Very good. X to the power minus 2. Because of this, it cannot be polynomial. What about this? Whether it can be polynomial?
No, sir.
Good. Why? It is like root 2 and
Root
root of
2x.
x. Means x to the power 1 by 2. So because of this,
Not.
it cannot be polynomial. Now coming for this one. What is this? You have to simplify this, whether it is a polynomial or not, a student. Third one. Yes, tell me quickly. You have to first simplify it.
No, sir.
No. Then fourth one is a polynomial.
yes, sir.
Fourth, how this fourth can be polynomial when x
Sir,
is in
fourth is
denominator?
not a polynomial, because
Yes,
when
sir.
it will
Fourth
come in
is-
numerator, power will be minus 1.
Good. And what about this c?
Sir, C
Third?
will be the polynomial.
Very good. So that you have to just simplify. No, it is like plus 3. What is this? In denominator, it is x to the power 1 by 2, and numerator, it is 3 by 2. So it will come as 3 by 2 minus of 1 by 2. Okay, student, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes, sir. 2
denominator
and 2
power
will be
is
cancelled.
root x. Root x means x to the power 1 by 2. Now see, what is this power? It is x square plus 3 of, see, going for
3x
this
cube.
x. So 3 minus 1 by 2, it is like your x square plus 3 of x only. X to the power x means it is x. So it is a polynomial. Okay, students. So it is so simple thing. Now coming for this one, means it will be x divided by x plus 1 minus of 1 by x plus 1. So while this will come in numerator, it always have negative power. Okay, negative power of x. So it cannot be polynomial. So answer is your this one. It was so simple thing. After simplification, you have to conclude. Okay, students. So it was this one. Now root 2 is a polynomial or not, student? Yes, it is a polynomial.
Yes,
Which
it is
kind
a
of
polynomial.
polynomial is this? Root 2 is which kind of
Irrational.
polynomial?
Linear.
Linear. Linear means it must have some x.
Irrational.
Irrational. Or simply it is called as the real polynomial, student.
Okay, sir.
So this is the real polynomial. Any real number is called as real polynomial. Okay. What is the power of x here? Means x is not
0.
there. So
Zero.
this degree
Zero.
of this is always 0.
0.
Keep in
Zero.
mind, 0 polynomial means it do not have any degree. You cannot talk about the degree because x can have any power and the coefficient of that is 0. So it was this one. So questions are very simple to identify polynomial, to identify the degree, to identify the type of polynomial. So these questions are very simple. You have to just keep all these things in mind. A student, now let us go for the next question. So using identity, we have to do this. We will come back later. Now let us go for the value of polynomial. What do we mean by the value? Let us solve this question number 8. Say the px is given like this. You have to calculate p2 minus p of minus 1 and p of 1 by 2. Means what? You have to calculate p2. What do we mean by p2? Means x, in place of x you have to substitute 2 only. So rather than x, I shall write 2 square minus of 4 minus 2 plus of 3. You can just simplify it to get it. What is this value? It is 4 minus minus plus
Minus
8 plus
Plus
3.
8 plus 3.
Good, it becomes 15. Okay, student. Then you have to calculate p of minus 1 also. P of minus 1, if you are calculating, it becomes minus 1 square minus of 4 minus 1 plus of 3. It is like 1 minus minus plus. Student, sorry, it become wrong here. Student, in the first it was 2, not minus 2. So slightly correct it. This sign you have to change only. It is 4 to the minus of 8. 4 minus 8 is minus 4 plus 1 plus 3 is minus
minus 1.
Good. So this is what? Minus 1. So minor correction because of sign. In the second it is 1 and this 4 into minus 1 turn into plus 4 and it is like 3. So it become how much? 8. Now p of 1, yes, tell me. The 1 by 2 means it is 1 by 2 square minus of 4 into 1
4
by
into
2
2 is 3.
plus of 3. Student, this become a fraction 1 by 4 minus this can be cancelled 2 times. So 2 plus 3. It is like our 1 by 4. This become plus 1 minus 2 plus 3 is plus 1. So how to get it? For that you have to do the LCM. Good. 4 it will come 1 time and
by
this
4.
1 will multiply with 4.
4. 5 by 4.
Good. So it is 5 by 4. So
5
these
by
three things, after calculating these 3 things,
We have to
this
substitute.
one we have to substitute here. So these are the things that we have calculated. These are 3 separate terms. So therefore, this p of 2 minus p of minus 1 plus p of 1 by 2. Here you have to substitute these values. So p of 2 that we have calculated as minus 1. Next one is minus. P of minus 1 we have calculated as 8. This value is 8. But before that the sign is negative. So this become minus 8. Plus this is 5 by 4. So it become minus of 9 plus 5 by 4. You have to simplify this. Take the LCM 4 minus 9 into 4 plus 5. So it become how much? Minus of 36 plus 5 by 4. It become minus of 31 by 4.
Minus of 31 by 4.
Very good. So this was the simple answer. So this way you can calculate the value of polynomial and you can substitute it here. Okay, so it was based on that. You can determine whether it is a zeros or not. That can also be determined. Okay, students.
Okay, sir.
So see, for what value of m this is divisible by this one, or if is a factor of this, then what is this value? So see, let us solve this question. It is very easy. So it is like this is our gx. This is like our P of x. Okay, student? We have to find the value of a, but it is given that a factor. So when gx is a factor of px, what does it mean? So you have to find the zeros of this. How to find these zeros? By equating this gx equals to 0. From here you will calculate the value of x. This value of x you have to substitute here to calculate p of x. It is given that p of x is also 0. So whatever the x that you will get from here, that you have to put it here, and this have to be equated to 0. This is the simple concept of our factor theorem. So factor theorem just tells us whatever the value of x that we can obtain by equating gx to 0, that will also make this p of x equals to 0. Okay, student. So let us do it here. For question number 20, I am doing. So here, what you have to do? First, you have to equate this x
X
plus
plus 2a is equal to 0.
0. So what will be the value of x? Minus of 2a.
Minus of 2a.
Very good. So whatever this minus of 2a, you have to substitute this in p of x equals to 0. So right here, put in p of x equals to 0, means you have to put it at the place of x and equate it to 0. Means what is p of x here? It is this bigger polynomial. So x to the power 5. In place of x to the power 5, I have to substitute minus of 2a to the power 5 minus 4a is already there. Okay, students? So this a 4a square is already there. Another in place of x.
minus 2a.
Very good. Minus of 2a whole cube we have to substitute. Plus twice of minus of 2a we have to take. Plus
2a.
2a plus of 3. Okay, student? This we have to take. Yes, now take it. 2 to the
In
power 5 becomes 32. And
32.
this minus is of the odd power. Means minus is 5 times. Minus into minus into minus into minus into minus.
Yes.
Minus.
So
Minus.
this become plus. This become plus, but again multiplying it become minus. So become plus into minus, it become minus. So negative sign will be here. So minus of 32 and a to the power 5. Now observe this carefully again.
Plus 32a raised
Good.
to 5.
So it become 4 and this 3 means 2 cube become 8. So 4 8s are 32. So
32.
this minus is here
Minus
and
into
this
minus
also
plus.
minus, so plus.
Minus plus.
32 a to the
32
power 5.
square.
Because this is
It will be
2 and
cancelled.
it is 3. Very good.
Sir, minus
Now
32
what
and
is
plus
the next
32
one?
cancel.
Plus,
Minus 32 plus 32 cancel.
yes, that will come later, but 2 into 2 minus of 4
Minus 4a.
a.
Minus
And there is
4a.
plus 2a plus 3.
Plus
This have to be equated to 0. These two
0.
are getting cancelled.
Cancelled.
A
Yes.
is equal to 3 by 2.
Very good. So this simply
A is
means
equal
it
to
is
3 by 2.
minus of 2a plus 3 is equals to 0. So bringing this a on the other side, you will get 3 by 2.
3 by 2.
3 by 2.
This is your answer. It was so
Answer
simple.
is 3 by 2.
Yes. So this way it appears to you bigger, but the questions are very simple. Okay, students? So that you have to take care. Sorry, students, it have gone something wrong. I mean, means this software have stuck. Nothing wrong in this question. So this way we have done this question. It was very easy. So how to use this factor or the zero for factor theorem, that is explained here. Okay, student, any doubt, then please ask.
No, sir.
Sorry, it is deleting some of the things. Let me open
Sir,
it
for,
again.
sir,
Yes,
for
student.
19th question, sir, for 19th
19th
question,
question.
also we have to do the same.
Exactly same, no difference. Say for what value of m is this divisible by? So factor means it is able to divide. That is the factor theorem. So see, let me do the question number 19 also. For the question number 19, this was our 20 question. For this 19th question, the same thing you have to take care. What is given is the px is like this one and gx is like this one. So gx is like our x plus 2 and px is like our the bigger one x
X
cube
Divided.
minus
minus 2
mx square
plus
plus
16.
16. A student, for these to be divisible means remainder becomes 0. It simply means that. Okay? Divisible means gx is a factor of px. So right, when this gx is equated to 0,
X
then
is
you
equal to
calculate the value of
X
x.
is equal
X
to minus
plus
2.
2 is equals to 0, so x equals to minus 2. Now, for gx or for px to be divisible by gx, write that language. हाँ चंदन, आपका फोन आपका माइक्रोफोन प्लीज पुट इट ऑफ unless or until you are talking. Okay, so p of x to be divisible by g of x means what? G of x is a factor of p of x. Okay, students, means whatever the value of x that we have obtained from here, means x equals to minus 2, that can make this p of x equals to 0. So this implies p of minus 2 become 0, because by equating g of x equals to 0, we have obtained the value of a or the value of x. That value of x will make this p of minus 2 equals to 0. Now see, substitute x equals to minus 2 here. This will come in the term of m itself. So this implies
Minus 2 cube.
minus 2 cube minus twice
Minus
of m you have to keep, and minus 2 will be here, plus of
square.
16. This have to be equated to 0. That you have to keep in mind.
Sir, minus 2 square.
Yes. So this become minus of
Minus 8.
8. Minus 2 square become plus 4. Minus 2 means it become plus of 8m. Keep in mind, this is plus 8m. So you cannot cancel minus of 8 and plus 8m. Okay, these two are unlike term. Plus of 16 is equals to 0. Now these are the constant that you can operate. So 8m plus of 8 is equals
8.
to 0. So m is equals to minus of 8 will come on this side.
M is equal to 1.
Then it will
M is equal to
be
minus
divisible.
1.
Yes, m become minus 1. This is the answer. Okay, student. So this way you have to solve. These are very simple question. So this is about our factor theorem, how to factorize it, and how to use the, how to get the factor or apply the factor theorem for calculating the unknowns. So these were the two questions I have taken. Now let us go for the next question. See, the same question is in the question number 11 also. A student, here x plus 1 is a factor of this. It means what you can do? Here x equals to -1. This -1 you have to substitute where? In this one. Okay. So what will be the remainder?
Sir, answer is 49.
Very good. So remainder r of x is equals to p of -1. So this p of x is our x to the power 51. So it becomes -1 to the power of 51 plus of 51. A student, now
Sir,
keep in mind.
answer
Yes, it is 51. So now a student, keep in mind 1 to the power anything, say 5, it remain 1. Say 1 to the power anything, say 4, it remain 1. But if you are taking 1 to the power -1 to the power 5, what it become? So whenever this power is odd, then it is -1. Okay. -1 to the power 4 is 1.
1.
So means whatever the minus power, if there is odd, say 11, it will be -1. But -1 to the power, say 12, it becomes 1. Observe that concept you have to apply. Here the power is very big, 51, but it is negative, so it becomes -1 plus of 51. The answer become 50. This is
50.
the answer. So it was very simple. Okay, student. So this thing you have to keep in mind. Student, now let me go for the question number 12. So this concept you have to take care. Now coming for the question number 12, x plus 1 is a factor of this. The same question what we were doing. So from here you have to calculate x equals to -1, and this you have to substitute here, and then this have to be equated to 0. Means twice -1 square plus k of -1, this becomes 0. Then only it will be called as a factor. That is the meaning of factor theorem. From here you can calculate the value of k. What is this? It become -1 square is 1. So 2 minus of k is equals to 0. This can give us the k value as 2 only.
-2.
2. Because k multiplied by -1 become minus of k. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So answer is C. Okay, student. Here the answer was D. Now coming for this 20 number question. Here this is equated. A student, whatever given is 49 x square minus b. Okay, student. This is equated to, or how I can simplify this? I can write this as 7x whole square minus, I can write this as root b into root b. Can I write? Root b into root b, because then it become only b. Means it is 7x square minus of root of b square. Okay, student. This I can factorize as 7 of x plus of under root b and 7 of x minus of under root b. But
A square
what
minus
is
B
given?
square.
Yes, but what is given? It is given that in place of 7x plus b, it is given as how much? 1/2. So this have to be equated to 7x plus 1/2, because with the plus sign we have to equate, and see what is given in the question that I have equated. 7x minus of under root b have to be equated by minus of 1/2. It is given, okay, no? So this have to be equated, it is given. See, right hand side I have taken. Means first I have factorized this left hand side, then I have equated it to right hand side. So what come on comparison, what we are getting? So on comparison, so this under root of b is equals to 1/2. Even the same, minus of under root of b is equals to minus of 1 by 2. You will get the same thing. This means what? What will be b? You have to square it on the other side. So 1 by 2 square. It becomes
1 by 4.
4. This is the answer. So answer is C. Are you getting it, students? So questions are very simple. You have to just apply your concepts. These are so simple things. Student, I think we shall stop the class. Remaining next day, if any doubt, I will continue with these doubts. If not, then we will start with the new chapter of physics. I think some of the question I have collected,
Okay, sir.
though most of them I have already done, but some of them, say this question, say factorization, all these things I have already done in the previous classes. You please try this collected question. Okay, see these videos and once again write this question and you please try it. If you could not do it, then we will do it. Even see the question number 7 is very simple. P of x is x plus 3. So what will be P of minus x? You have to replace the x by minus x, minus of x plus 3. Therefore, adding this P of x means this P of x and P of minus x. What it become? X plus 3 plus of minus x plus
X
3.
plus 3.
So it is like x plus 3, remove the bracket, minus x plus 3. So it will get cancelled.
Sir, x and minus x will be cancelled.
So answer is D. Okay. So
6.
such questions are very easy. Okay student. So ये सब क्वेश्चन बहुत ही इजी है. देखिए ये दूसरे कुछ आइडेंटिटी बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है. प्लीज डू दिस क्वेश्चन इन योर होमवर्क एज होमवर्क. यदि नहीं होता है तो फिर से आपको हम करके बताएंगे. ओके स्टूडेंट्स. So let us stop the class here. Next day you should also be ready for the next chapter. What we shall start? Whether chemistry or physics or biology or one more
Sir,
chapter.
chemistry. Sir, chemistry.
Okay, so chemistry chapter 2 we will start.
Sir, tomorrow class will be there.
No, tomorrow there is no class. On Monday we will continue.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Students, so tomorrow please take the rest or do this as a homework. So our next class is on the Monday. That you have to keep in mind.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
No doubt